Oh, alright.
Yeah, success.
Yeah, we're going to.
Fought my way through the zombie horde.
Yeah.
Got the medicine. I think I've saved the colony.
Seriously?
Oh yeah. So, what are you doing?
Taking out the trash.
Oh yeah, because it's essential. So, we all really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Whatever.
Missed one though. Hello, it's Mark here again from drinky.com, online game store and blog, and I'm here with
Tony.
again because he's awesome and he keeps coming back.
Can't get rid of me. That's what
I
it
know,
is.
I'm trying. And this is one last round where we have been to our beloved games club in Wigan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let side down again, dude. Wait there.
Leave me hanging. That's wait. I've got similar position.
We've been to our games club. We've come back. It's quite late, and we're going to talk about the games we've played with.
Hey.
Bit of a drinky poo. So tonight we played Dead of Winter, and quite honestly, it's changed my life.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
It's very good. If you don't like people gushing about board games,
Turn off now.
yeah, because that's what you're going to get for the next 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of game overview videos flying around already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to do in true one last round style is we're going to talk about
Our
our
experience.
and also things that we thought were cool in the mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
that we thought. But the problem
He's
is
pointing out.
there's a lot of cool things about the mechanics. The way everything all
There's a
interacts
lot.
with each other is amazing. So I think we might start at the we'll have a quick tour of the board.
Yeah. Walk
Little-
around it.
Walk around
it.
So table cam, do your thing. So we have, again, it's not a full overview. There's other places for that. So we've got the main board. The main board, that's a colony. That's where we don't want zombies to be, and that's where we put our survivors. There's an area there to put the survivors. Area there to feed them. Put feed in there. This is where all the zombies appear. You need to fight off if you take the colony. Crisis, get one of those every turn. Got to try and stop them. They're bad. Our little victory card, which I'll tell you about in a minute. That's the main board.
You got your round tracker.
Oh yeah.
It's like this little loop.
Yeah, because
You also got morale. That's really important. That's like most of the games. Tracking morale.
I think every single main winning condition is based on morale. Isn't it? You don't
Yeah.
really lose if people die.
No.
Well, you do.
You lose morale
because you lose morale. But that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's the game there. I think
Yeah.
that's your tracking
And
morale.
I think each victory card at the start says that's the round counter.
Yeah.
That's the morale counter, and they're the drivers, aren't they, for the game?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Which is groovy. We also have the various areas that you can travel to, basically to get stuff in it.
Yeah.
You come here to get stuff.
Most of the crisis require to get certain items, and the only place to get them is in the in the is it six locations.
Six, yeah. So gas station, grocery store, police station, hospital.
Can't see, can you?
School, I can see a little bit. School, library. There you go.
Boom.
Now, note, if you will, that different places have different amounts of survivors that can be there,
Yep.
and also different zombies that can appear. It's just something I noted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it did actually take into effect.
Oh, yeah, because you wanted to go somewhere.
I needed to get to the police station, but everybody's full up with guys.
Yeah.
It's quite annoying.
And there's also some of the bits on there. There's these noise counters, which we'll tell you about in a little bit. Again, it's not a full overview. We're just going to go through get a rough idea of what you're going to.
We're going to mainly point at the bits that we like the most.
Yes. But again, a cool thing.
Yeah.
On each of these locations, it gives you at the top what you're going to find at that location.
Yeah.
Because all these
Your
decks
chances.
are pre-done. It tells you at the bottom where the cards are going to be. Okay. So it knows what's going to be there, and also that's the order.
Yeah, you've got a chance of finding at least one type of card in every location.
Yeah,
but some will yield more than others.
This one here, there's more of that than there is of that.
Yeah, more gas than weapons.
So if you want gas, makes sense really.
Yeah, the gas station. It's a no-brainer, Mark.
It's correct. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Where it's at.
So that's what the board looks like. We get these little player sheets as well that has all the bits on. What the round summary, player turn. It's all on there, isn't it? Really.
It's all there. It's all there, Mark. Way.
So that's the board.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the board.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you win the game, Tony?
It all depends on your the overall objective card.
Yep.
Which is there's many of it, isn't there?
Yeah, you can either randomise it.
Yep.
Or you can pick one.
You pick one, and also there's also a hardcore variant of each one.
We'll show you.
Throw him it.
Set up. Focus, you swine. So it tells you there your morale and round track. It tells you where to start. Yeah.
Yep.
It tells you where the zombies start at the beginning. Victory. We had to get loads of samples for this, didn't we? Kill zombies.
Yeah. Cost it 15. It ended up being to kill.
And that's the time it takes at the bottom. Short. So their objectives. Where are they?
Preparation.
Ooh. Here we go. See, I knew they were. Go from back. So short. There's different ones, different time scales, assessments. Couldn't think of the word. Which is cool. So you can pick one that's more
if you have not got long, just do a quick short one.
And there's lots of awesome victory conditions. So look. So these are all the victory conditions. These are all the scenarios you can play.
Yeah, so tons.
And think it's too easy. Think again.
Boom.
Hardcore.
Now you're in for it.
Like the one we've just done tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, crumbs. It's not that one. I'll put it down.
He's shuffled it in with the rest of it.
What a loser.
Anyway, so we'll come to that in a minute because we've got more juicy bits, Mark, to talk about.
But I wanted to talk about it. Don't matter.
The time's passed, Mark.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Anyway, so that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a whole.
However, yeah. Secret objectives. That's where the game gets interesting.
That's where it gets awesome. So, you get 2 secret objectives per person.
Yep.
And then a betrayer card.
Yeah, betrayer card.
That was in here somewhere. God damn it.
Preparation.
There you go. I knew you were. Betrayal. Boom. So yeah, you get 2 cards per player.
Yeah.
Plus a random betrayal card.
Yeah.
Shuffle them all up. Deal them out. One per player.
Yeah. Potential betrayal.
So yeah, somebody may
or may not. May not. Is also the an element because you know what I mean. You might be, all slagging each other off. You're against us. I mean, matter of fact, they're not.
No, tonight there was no betrayers.
There was no betrayers. At one point, we thought one of the players were, weren't we? There was quite some sly shenanigans going on, weren't there, Mark? Some sly shenanigans, but it was all kosher.
At the end, it was all good.
Yeah.
So say this card, for example, is a normal one, which basically says, do the main objective.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think all of them say, don't they? Do the main thing, but as an extra slice,
do some other stuff.
Yeah.
So if everybody wins, and you do your extra stuff, you have won. You say I'm a winner.
Yeah.
But other people might not do their extra stuff.
Yeah.
So even though
they survived,
that's been done,
survivors have survived, or whatever the objective is,
that person hasn't won because he's not done his little personal bit.
No.
So it might look as though somebody's being underhand because they're keeping stuff
for the objective.
Yeah. And then you might think, is he going to be a betrayer?
Yeah.
So let's show you betrayer quickly. So morale is set to 0, so basically lose.
Yeah.
Lose the game, but also do some extra stuff as well, which is tough. So that's that.
Yeah.
That's how you get playing. So, bits we liked. I guess.
I think the main selling point for this game, well, for me anyway, is the crossroad deck. The story element to the game.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what separates it from a lot of other sort of survival games.
How many crossroad cards triggered tonight, would you say?
Oh, got a fair few.
Was it about
More as the game, obviously. Early on, you're hardly going to trigger, but like mid to end of the game, you're going to be triggering pretty much every round, I reckon.
Yeah, and it's cool. I think if they did go every round, it would slow the game down.
Yeah, and it won't be like when it happens. It won't be as like awesome, because when it happens, it's funny. There's some really funny ones.
Yeah.
Also, some quite disturbing ones, quite morally disturbing.
Yeah.
Do I kill these kids, or do I take wounds? That was quite a harsh one. That was harsh.
What we'll do? We'll talk about the crossroad cards, but first of all, we'll sort of talk about what you can do a little bit and how those mechanics are awesome. Yeah. Again, not going into too much depth.
No, don't go into it because there's going to be tons of videos out there that go into
I mean, we usually do game review videos. I may do one at some point. Yeah. But because it's such an awesome game,
it's too much of it to go into in one video. I mean,
you need to sit down and play it, don't you?
Yeah, you need to play it, I suppose.
And I guess that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show you why it's awesome rather than tell you all the rules. So, every turn you get a crisis card, which is one of these jobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got to do all chip together a number of whatever that card is.
Yeah.
Okay? So, as you go around and it's everybody's turn, you can all contribute.
Yeah. Tools in that case, isn't it?
Yeah, tools. Now, if you contribute the wrong card,
which is secret as well. You don't. You contribute secretively. Face down. You put down whatever you want. Sit face down.
Yeah. And at the end of the turn, you shuffle them up, and so you don't know who's put what in.
Yeah.
And you deal them out.
Yeah.
And if you don't hit that number, bad things happen.
It's morale usually. Morale. Yeah.
Zombies and stuff.
Yeah.
So
if you're a deceiver, I can't remember who to call them now. So if you're the betrayer, that's a good tactic, is to just keep putting in rubbish cards and make the rest of the camp believe that you're doing good.
Yeah.
And
So
and you lose morale.
That's quite awesome. And you get a new one every turn, and then what you do is you roll your action dice.
Yeah, I love this mechanic. I love it. I'm all over it.
Like a rash. Like a stinky,
zombie-infested
rash.
Festering rash.
So what you do is you get one die plus a die for every character you have.
Yep.
You start off with 2 characters in your group.
So 3 dice then to start with.
Yep. So let's have a pretend roll, shall we?
Roll off. Oh, I got good.
So what you do is then you've already pre-rolled, and then when it gets to your turn, you use those dice for actions.
Yeah, you allocate them to whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. A lot of actions it doesn't really matter what value is on the dice, just as long as you're using the dice.
Just to limit what you can do.
Yeah, but when it comes down to combat and searching, then you've got to use the values, and it goes off your character card.
Yes, and let's have a look at some character cards very briefly.
Yep.
So these are character cards that you have 2 of at the beginning of the game, and if you see, they've got an influence. The higher, the better, because you die. Don't die as quick.
No, because when you get munched by zombies, it goes from the lowest influence
lowest to highest. And that number there is dice of 3 or more, you can do a successful search. 6 or more, you can kill a zombie.
So, but you don't roll that dice. Basically, you just choose.
We've already rolled it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You just get the dice and say I'm using that, which means you can plan your turn ahead.
Yeah. You can. Yeah.
You can also.
It's not more tactical that way. It's still more tactical knowing what you can do.
I think so.
So just using blind luck.
Yeah. You can also modify those dice up and down a little bit.
Yeah, with items and stuff.
You can munch some food out the colony as well, which may not go down too well if you're doing it to better your own.
But you could, again, that could be an object. You could slightly do that. Slightly start eating the reserves, food reserves.
The dice are quite cool, and then when it gets to your actual turn and you start doing stuff, Jesus,
Moses.
Horatio. You can do a lot of stuff, can't you?
You can do a lot of stuff, yeah.
And this is where it gets awesome in that it sort of feels super thematic because, well, I guess the driver is you need to do the crisis.
Yeah, you need to get the crisis over and done with. But at the same time, you've always got that secret objective to worry about. But try to.
That's true.
Find your cards as well.
Most of the objectives and the crisis cards are all based around these cards.
Our items, yeah.
So you've got to go out and
got to
get
search
stuff.
Yeah.
So whenever you move, so you all start off in the zombies. So you have little standees for each person, and you all start off in the colony like this. And then when you move from here to here or wherever, you've got to roll an exposure dice, which generally means that means you're fine, you're wounded, you're frostbitten, you're dead.
Yeah, two of my guys copped it.
Which
1
is
in
harsh.
12 chance.
Yeah. So you roll that when you move places. You
Yeah.
also roll that if you try and tackle a zombie.
Yes, when you move or when you're fighting zombies.
Yeah.
2 times you roll it.
There are some cards that are like weapons that mean you don't have to.
Yeah.
roll
Some
them.
characters don't roll it to move, but still roll it to
Yeah.
attack, and the other way around as
Yeah.
well.
Because if you just super quick, all the characters have
Special
special
ability.
abilities as well. Like you can, so like the principal can keep. I'm looking at the wrong person because there's a principal. But for example, the principal can get 2 cards at the school.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. So again, it's all thematic. So you move, yeah. Spend a dice. You can search through the deck.
Yep.
Another cool mechanic. If you do a search,
Yep.
if you don't like the first card,
Yep.
you can take another card.
Yep.
But
It's going to create
it's
noise.
a noise because you're rummaging around.
Yeah.
So it goes on there. Take another card. Oh god, it's not the right one.
It's still not the right one.
Need
We
another
still
one.
need it. Right, we need
have to-
food. We need food.
Badly. Pick
Yeah.
another card up, and then when you pick the one that you like, you pick it out, shuffle the rest back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool. That mechanic is awesome.
Yeah.
Pushing your luck.
Pushing your luck, but also again, theme, creating noise and stir up some zombie trouble, innit?
I love it. I love it. And if again, we'll just give you a really quick example of the kind of cards that you're going to see in these. So fuel, you can put it in the waste pile, so you can basically go somewhere without rolling your dice.
Yeah.
You put
Using a
fuel,
car.
Put fuel in the car.
Yeah.
You've driven there.
Yeah, we did that actually. We actually used that
we
because I
did.
think we had a lot of crisis that needed fuel,
Yeah.
weren't
Well, that's it. You either put it in the crisis pile
they? Yeah.
to get rid of a crisis, or you can do the effect on the card. So that
Yeah.
you've got to decide what you want to do. Medicine heals you. We'll get to that in a minute. Weapons. So there's loads of good, cool, interesting stuff in these cards.
Yeah.
And each. I'm not going to show you all the cards. 'Cause
No,
it'll spoil
no,
it.
exactly. Yeah, I'm going to say that with the crossroads. We're not going to go too much detail with the crossroads
No.
of what they actually what the script is, because it will spoil it.
We'll talk about one or two.
Well, 1 or 2,
Yeah.
but we find quite hilarious.
But it's all quite thematic what you find in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to spoil one. I don't care. I don't care. You need to know. One of them is a megaphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you use it, wherever you are when you use it, you can attract 4 zombies from other places
To that
you.
location.
So say like one location is rammed full of zombies.
Yeah.
And it's critical that somebody there doesn't die.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
But also the optional writing at the bottom, totally for flavour, just says you can decide what's shouted when you use the megaphone.
Spam!
Brains! Come and get them!
Free brains!
Free brains!
Come and get your free brains.
So yeah, so again, I don't want I'm explaining the game a bit, but I've got to do to make you realise how awesome it is.
It is groin-grippingly awesome.
So you can move around, cool. You can search using
Yeah.
these little things to try and search some more. You can barricade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend an action dice
Use
to
a dice,
barricade.
barricade. So if you see all the little biohazard symbols that are on, there you go, on all the locations. That's where zombies appear, right?
And something else in the compound where
Yeah.
they spawn.
Now we'll add some zombies in a minute and show you that works. But if you've barricaded it, it means that a zombie doesn't appear there. So it means you can hold out longer.
Yeah. You basically discard a barricade token instead of placing a
zombie.
zombie. Yeah.
Awesome mechanic.
Yeah.
Love it. The next thing you can do is clean down waste. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we've seen
Yeah.
in our dramatic reconstruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, a really cool mechanic.
Yeah.
Because that would, you know what I mean? That would bring morale down. Living in a
it's just
cesspit.
full of cack everywhere.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
and
want
somebody
that.
has to do it, and it's one of one of the chores that you might not think of in a
Yeah.
game like this.
Yeah, just like
It's another little thing.
go keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So basically, yeah, if that piles up too high, you lose morale.
Yeah. And what's
Um,
really cool is your item. It's a discard pile. That is basically a discard pile. The waste pile is a discard
Yeah.
pile, and it's
Food,
food,
medicine,
everything. Yeah, it creates
junk
waste.
that you use,
Yeah.
creates waste. You can attract some zombies. We haven't made before. You can just attract 2 zombies somewhere.
Dave!
Dave, oh man! People can swap cards in the same area. Can swap equipment cards. Now then, I think that's pretty much that for that. But awesome thing, the big talking point is you can exile somebody.
Yeah, that's a really. We didn't actually. We were going to do it where we were going to do it, but we didn't end up doing it in the end because we believed. We've sort of figured out that we wasn't actually a betrayer amongst us, were there? We were all playing good.
But what is super interesting, I need to find the blooming cards. Where's the exile cards gone? You've hidden them, Tony.
Preparation.
Why did you hide them? There you go, exile. So, it's quite a complex game when it comes to victory conditions.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's loads of them, potentially. But the clever thing is, if you just focus on what you have to do and don't worry about anybody else, it gets very, very simple.
Yeah, but also
it's layered.
It's like you don't look like a team player then sometimes, when you...
Yeah, not as true. But, and here's the cool thing. So, let's say I am a normal person and I'm going to complete the objective and do my bit. Somebody thinks I'm a betrayer, yeah? So they exile me. What exile means is I can't go back to the colony. I'm stuck in
limbo in one of these 6 key areas.
And it also means I get an exile card.
Yeah.
Which means that my victory conditions then change.
Yeah.
Okay? Now these didn't come into play tonight, but let's say this one. If you're not the betrayer, reveal your secret objective to all the players removed from the game. Your new secret objective is the following. There are at least 3 locations on the board that have at least 2 barricades, shelter. So you just decide, I'm just going to go and bunker down, right? Your victory conditions entirely change. You could get that and win.
Yeah.
There could be 2 barricades. There could be 3 with 2 already down.
Yeah, and it don't matter about this. It don't matter about the morale.
Yeah, you don't care anymore.
No, you don't care about the morale of the camp anymore. Yeah. You just want to bunker down. It could be quite easy for you to win then, maybe.
Yeah. So people could exile you, thinking it's going to help them. Could totally stuff them over. So you've got to think carefully. If you are the betrayer, and let's get a betrayal card for this to show you this. Preparation. Betrayer. So if you are the betrayer, you say that number 1 is lose the game and all the other stuff. Oh, that changes. They've sussed you. Exiled. The first goal on your secret objective has changed, so you don't care about them losing anymore.
Yeah.
It's something else. So you have more. This one is you have more weapon cards equipped to your survivors you control than any other player. So again, you're not bothered about that. It's changed.
But you might still go out against them because it's you've got more. You have to have more weapons than the opposition. So you might have to go out and try to eliminate the opposition to make you have the most.
And that's the thing as well. You can freely attack other people.
Yeah, freely as well. I thought at first that you have to be exiled in order to attack other players.
No.
But you can just go and just start going off on it.
If you are the betrayer, and at any point it's convenient for you to attack somebody, and you don't care if you're outed.
Yeah. Maybe it's like at one point of morale, you think, right, well, I'm just going to kill somebody, and that'll drop morale. So you might go.
Yeah. Now there was one thing about this exile thing that was a bit. I don't know if there's a rule about it, but towards the last round, if you're really mean, you could just exile somebody so they don't win. Which is what nearly happened
tonight, wasn't it?
Because Steve didn't want. Basically, right. Let's get this right.
Yeah. Steve had a condition where he had to have the most item cards in the entire group.
Yeah.
And one of the players had. Well, he thought he had more.
Yeah.
So he would try to convince me to exile the player.
Yeah.
Before he had more, so that way he would win. Yeah.
He would win. But because we all got our victory conditions, we weren't bothered, were we? Basically.
I had mine locked down. You had yours locked down. We all knew we were sorted.
Yeah.
So I did nah.
But there may be a time when right at the very last turn
you can screw somebody
over. Yeah. But that's part of the game. See, that's cool because you were even right about that, and then if you're exiled, it changes. It's all on the thing. Just do what you tried to do, and it's awesome. The game just plays. The victory condition just play itself out.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then the most important part of the game, the crossroad card. So when it's your turn, the person to your right at the beginning of your turn picks a crossroad card, and then it's I talked about this in the unboxing video. I'll show you this really briefly. At the top, it's got a condition that you look out for, and if that condition comes true, you read the top narrative, and then the player has to make an option, make a choice. So, awesome things that happened tonight because of Crossroad cards. The first one was Steve saw
a group of children.
Yeah.
And he had the opportunity to bring them back to the camp, were it? But then he'll have like more mouths to feed.
Yes.
Or just to walk away.
And he just
walked away. What?
But the kids.
But the kids. What you?
It's like not real kids. But in my mind, it's real.
I know. Well, actually not. But I think it was you could bring the kid. You got morale, didn't you, as well? If you brought
morale back,
but he didn't care. He didn't care about it.
We didn't need it in there.
Screw the kids.
But still. And again, talking about mouths to feed, there's quite a few times where, again, one of these,
that's it.
So one of these cards, you can basically bring a new character in. Say like because characters die a lot.
Mine, I lost pretty much all of my characters.
And you mostly lose morale from crisis cards and characters dying. Yeah.
Yep.
If they die, you can get another one, but they generally come with a helpless survivor, which is just another mouth to feed.
Mouth to feed, yeah.
So it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
You want another guy.
It's more actions. It's another guy to do lots of cool stuff with. But then when it comes down to the crunch,
it's another mouth to feed. Because at the end of the turn, we're not got to the end of the turn. But at the end of the turn, you need food to feed.
In your food stash, yeah.
So
it's one food for every two people, isn't it? In your
it's
camp.
basically classic Walking Dead, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about the survivors. It's about the people.
That's one of the key things that I like this game. It's not about zombies. It's not.
No.
It's not another zombie game.
No.
It's not. Anyway, the zombies are just an element. Yeah, it's just background. The key thing is it's the survivor, and it's because there's that potential betrayer, and you've got this thing. You got the main objective ticking down, and you got these. What they call these crisis cards kicking off. It it gets all the players talking, and like you would if you were in dire, in dire need of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'll go to the gas station and I'll get some gas. Right, what are you gonna do? I'll take out the trash then. And it's just awesome.
In fact, as soon as the game finished, it was like I want to play it again.
I want to play it again.
Right now.
Set up now.
But we couldn't because we had to come back here and do this lovely video.
Yeah, we did.
A few nice people.
Yeah.
Other things that happened with the Crossroads cards. Now, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It was funny.
Mainly because of the characters involved.
Yeah.
But basically, there is a card, and this is another cool thing about the Crossroads cards. If it's potentially of an adult nature, and you wanted to play it with kiddies.
Yeah. Well, not kiddies, because it's just
young adults.
Yeah, younger adults. Yeah. So easily offended. People.
Yeah. You can choose. I'm trying to find it now, but some of the cards have little symbols on to say basically it's adult.
It's more it's a of adult nature
flavour. There you go. So it's there you go. That little expletive thing down there. So take them out if you're playing with younger people. And this particular one, obviously not gender specific, which is which is the correct thing to do.
Just thought of something. Go on, carry on.
Okay. So what happened is as soon as there was with the active player, as soon as there was two survivors in the location, it kicked off.
Yeah.
And Heath, who's playing one of the guys tonight, he moved somebody out of that location, which left the two remaining people in the police station.
Yeah.
And it was a sheriff and the mayor.
Yeah.
And basically the dialogue of the card was
we're having like a relationship problems.
They were lovers.
They were lovers, yeah. I'm jealous. When I see you looking at all the other survivors and stuff.
Yeah. And he's like,
what?
My sheriff?
Two guys. The sheriff and the mayor. What?
Hey.
It's
perfectly.
Of course it is.
But it all just fit because it happened in the police
station with the mayor and the sheriff.
Yeah, like how far does this go?
And then
secrets to the top.
The options weren't they? They can have an argument. Basically, when you get one of the Crossroads, you as the player then controlling them people get to choose one of two options, and it's usually a negative and a positive. Or sometimes both. It can be both negative, but in different ways, different balances. And the positive was the negative. Well, no, two negatives, weren't it? One was they have a big argument and it causes noise. And the other one was they bunker down together, basically.
They make up.
they make up, but then you can't use them. You can't spend any more action points on them.
Yeah.
And so he first said, Adam,
let's get it on.
Pom chicka wow wow.
And then directly after, I think
Yeah.
the pilot went to the police station.
Yeah.
But,
But I was like, what's going on?
nothing. So that was just the little story that we all conjured in our
But Mark,
minds.
right?
Go on.
What I find really funny is also in the character box, right, is a dog. One of the characters is a dog, which could have happened. He could have been sheriff and the dog.
Bestiality.
Yeah. He could have been. He could have been the sheriff and the police dog.
I think that dog is in there
For them moments,
just
isn't
to
it?
cause hilarity. Like, why would a dog be doing this?
Yeah, what's a dog doing?
Why would a dog ride a horse? Why would a dog drive a fuel truck?
That's it. Oh.
So I've spoiled some of this Crossroads.
No, I haven't. No.
So that Crossroads was amazing.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
The Crossroad where you got a horse.
I got a horse.
That was cool.
But again, it was positive and positive.
Yeah.
I could either kill the horse, turn it into food, or I could keep it and have it as a vehicle. Right, but I didn't need
Didn't need to
gas.
roll the exposure dice.
Yeah, I didn't need to use gas or anything like that. Didn't use exposure dice. But it did have another mouth to feed. It took
Yeah,
a
it was
foot,
more
so-
food.
Yeah.
We'll get to that food bit in a minute.
Yeah.
This is awesome. That Steve went out somewhere, and he triggered. He found a fuel truck,
Yeah.
and he could leave it.
Yeah. Leave it.
And the thing is, as well, the writing on the cards is amazing.
The story's really small.
really good.
Yeah, scripted, real narrative.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
It's like
narration.
it's professional writing. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a novel.
Yeah.
I'm gushing. Anyway, found a truck, and the options were leave it because it'd be too noisy, too risky.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Lots of noise.
Or fire that mother up.
Yeah, and
drive
just drag it home.
Yeah. And you attract a shed. You basically attract 6 zombies back at the corner.
Yeah, a ton of zombies.
But you get loads of fuel cards,
Which he wanted.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, he realised why I did that. Because he was one that needed the most item cards at the end of the game to win.
Yeah, he needed the haul.
He needed the haul, so he did it. He brought it home, so he got 4 gas cards.
What are you doing? Driving this truck. Yeah, zombies hanging off the back. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Crossroads are just they're like
They're the game for me.
They're the game.
And like we don't always kick off. We're not always.
But when it does, it's like
when it does, it's like, oh yeah.
What's it gonna
be?
be?
Oh wait, what is it now? Yeah.
And that's like.
And there's tons. There's absolutely tons.
There's 80.
There's tons. There's tons. So you're gonna have to play a good few times before you start repeating them.
That was like 5 cards out of 80.
Yeah.
And then when if the same card does kick off, it's an
two
entirely
options
different scenario.
You got 2 options. You got the 2 options again.
So I think really then the last thing to talk about is at the end of a turn, which is crunch time then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pay food. So you've got to eat.
Got to eat.
Yeah. For every 2 people you have in your colony rounded up, you need
1
to
food.
discard a food token.
Yep.
So you can play those cards that we saw previously with the food on to put it in the waste pile, put food in there. So you need to eat. I had an awesome combination. I had a cook.
Yes, it was brilliant.
I left the cook in the colony.
Yeah.
She did cook the food every time.
Man was cooking.
I also had the principal.
Yeah.
He spent most of the game
in the school.
the school.
Yeah.
He searched. He found the school blueprints, which meant he could get another card. There was a principal, so he could get another card.
Yeah.
I found a book about barricading. I gave it to the cook, who was in the colony, so she barricaded the colony.
Yeah.
I had a synergy of 2 characters.
Yeah.
Cook and principal.
Yeah. But
that's my shout.
But again, there's so many different survivors,
That's true,
so many different combinations.
I
There's
don't
so
know
many
either.
different.
There's
quite a
I
few.
want to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's more than 15.
You know, I know there's more 15.
I should have found out beforehand. There's a lot. There's a lot as well. I'd say about 30.
There's tons.
There's tons.
There's tons of characters, all with their own special abilities. There's so many overlaps that you could really nice little
Synergies.
Synergies.
Yeah. So I've lost my thread. So no, it was awesome. Food, that's where we were.
Yep.
Food. So you need to make sure you have enough food. Check the waste.
Yeah, waste.
Yeah.
Get the waste out.
Then add zombies. Oh no, resolve crisis. Make sure if you fail the crisis, you count the cards. If you failed it, something bad happens.
Morale usually. It's usually morale. Like, morale ticks down. And when you reach
Add
0.
zombies. This is the awesome bit. For every 2 people at the colony,
Yeah.
a zombie appears. And basically, you just count round. You go, and you add the zombies.
Yep.
If any location is full, somebody dies.
Yep.
That's it. Person with the lowest
It's
influence.
Yeah. That number in the top right corner.
Yeah.
The lower the work. You know, the more you're going to get.
So you're
chanced.
always worried about. You're always looking at the numbers
Yep.
and making sure it doesn't tip over that edge. It's
Yeah.
okay to have a few there.
Yeah.
Unless-
Well, you need some scenarios. It's good to have some zombies because you need to be killing them.
Unless you've got a barricade.
Yeah.
Take the barricade away instead.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
So and it's same with all the outpost bits. You get a zombie for every person that's there. So if there's people there,
Yeah.
zombies start
More
appearing.
zombies, which makes complete sense.
Yeah.
One more thing,
Yeah.
which
I was
are
thinking
really
that.
really good, is if you
The
get
bite.
if you get bit in a location. So if you get bit, this worst place to get bit would be in the corner. If you get over in the corner, because you'd be lots of people there. So if you've got like say 5 or 6 people in the corner and one of them gets bit,
Yeah.
there'd be the potential of everybody get good.
So what would happen? So say playing that through. So say I'm here
Yeah.
and I move to the colony.
Yeah. So on your travel, because
Yeah.
when you're
You
moving,
always
you
roll it.
roll exposure.
I roll the bite. He instantly dies.
Yeah.
And then for every person in the colony,
Yeah.
you've got to roll again.
There's like infection spreading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he gets bit,
Yeah.
you roll again.
He dies and
Yeah.
someone else does it. Yeah.
But the cool thing is
Yeah.
you can say, you know what, I will volunteer to kill him,
Yeah.
and he won't spread anymore. So
Basically
basically,
Yeah, it's a tough
not
decision.
taking the risk. But it's just a scratch.
What you hiding there, Billy?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Every theme of a game of a zombie type scenario that
Basically,
you can put into a game.
It's like Walking Dead. It's The Last of Us. It's all that sort of thing. Just so good. It's amazing. If you could marry a board game, I think this would be the one for me.
So I think that is everything that we saw tonight that we liked.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a
Yeah.
nutshell.
Oh, there's gonna be more. We've only played it. We played it like once fully.
Yeah, we played it at the expo, didn't we?
Played at the expo, but it got a bit cut pretty
Got
short.
cut short, unfortunately, and tonight was full play. But I
Full 5 players as well. We had full 5 players.
Yeah,
Which was very
it
good.
was amazing. So looking forward to playing it again, and I hope it's giving you a bit and again, giving you a bit of an insight. If you're looking at it and you're contemplating it, and you've seen it overviews, hopefully this will give you a bit more of a insight into the game.
I always like to watch a few reviews and overviews just to get a good, because everybody usually brings us something different to an overview.
So there we go. Well, thank you very much for watching.
Thank y'all.
Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Give us the thumbs up. We're on Facebook or on Twitter, and of course go to www.grimtreegames.com. It's a dot that. Because we sell lots of board games, so come and buy some.
Please.
Hey, tweet.
We need food. We need food.
Cool. Right. Thanks, guys. See you later.